is Sidney Poitier.
Because it is a long journey to this moment, I am naturally indebted to countless numbers of people, principally among whom are Ralph Nelson, James Poe, William Barrett, Martin Baum, and of course the members of the Academy. For all of them, all I can say is a very special thank you.
Even then, it would still be my business, wouldn't it?
Now look here, with all due respect to you.
You don't understand. This man is dangerous. You don't know him like I. He is dangerous.
There's no recent evidence of that.
All right. Go ahead and release him. But don't ask me to share the responsibility.
Now take it easy.
Take it easy. Take it easy. That's what they did in Germany. They took it easy.
Never mind.
Who they believe? The big black boy who's supposed to be running this place? Or the white Christian American?
You crud. You vicious, slimy, rotten little... Let me tell you something. Do you know what I wanted most? Despite what you are and despite what you were, I wanted to help you. I wanted to kill you, and I would enjoy to kill you right now with my bare hands. But more than I wanted to kill you, I wanted to help you. Do you know what that makes me? That makes me more than just a good man. That makes me a doctor. Okay? You come in here day after day, and you spout that stuff about white Christian America. And I took it. I took it because that was my job. Now, let me tell you something. This is my country. This is where I've done what I've done. And if there were a million crooks like you, all sick like you are sick, all shouting down, destroy, degrade, and if there were 20 million more sick enough to listen to them, you are still gonna lose. You're gonna lose, mister, because there is something in this country. Something so big, so strong that you don't even know. Something big enough to take it from people like you and come back and nail you into the ground. You're walking out of here, you are going nowhere. Now get out!
No more Yaza, boss.
I'll catch a boat to Rio and I'll never be found.
No more Yaza, boss.
I'll never be found.
No more Yaza.
Won't break.
Let's head for Pineville.
Pineville, south. I don't go south.
I used to know a girl in Pineville. If she's still there, we get this broke. Now, come on.
And then what? I'm a strange colored man in a white South town. How long you think before they pick me up?
Get off my back. I ain't married to you. Now, what do I care? Come on.
You married to me, all right, Joker. And here's the ring. But I ain't going south on no honeymoon now. We going north.
Through the swamp?
We go round it. Used to work a turpentine mill about 60 miles north of here. There's a train. Come to pick up the turpentine every day. Come out of the west end of the swamp, heading across the line to the paint makers up north in Ohio. Now, we try for that train.
Mm-hmm. How long you been in jail?
8 years.
Then how do you know the train's still running? Come on!
You Charlie Potatoes, huh?
Yeah.
You gonna dance down the street with a gal on one arm and this on the other?
Shut up.
I mean, you gonna grab a boat to Rio, pulling your own anchor?
We can get this broke.
What you gonna do? Bite it through with your teeth?
Maybe your head hard enough.
Time's gonna come, Joe. The time's gonna come. But if you want it to be right here, right now, that's okay with me.
You kind of got the advantage of me, boy. You're awful tough to see if the line ain't good.
But you can hear me, Joker, so listen good. Either we go north together or together we're gonna go them 10 miles right back onto Dead Street.
Keep your black hands off my boy.
Will you tell me something about your brother?
Sure. What would you like to know?
Has he ever been confused before in his sense of direction? Or maybe his sense of touch?
Well, now, let me see. Every time Beaver Canal went over to clean up Niggertown, Johnny knew just what direction it was.
You shut up.
Of course, he could have just smelled where to go.
Shut up. You're talking to a doctor.
The doctor? Him?
Lie back and lie still. You're in my charge.
Who's your friends, Kowalski?
Public enemies 1 and 2.
I'm Dr. Brooks.
Yeah, they said you'd be up. Your first time here, isn't it, Doc?
That's right. Have an empty room?
Number 5.
Number 5. All right, let's get them in there right away.
What, you want to be booking them first? I'd like to turn them over.
I think it's important to examine them first, him in particular.
Okay.
Too much you can determine from the outside of a cadaver.
There is a possibility that I killed him, isn't there?
Don't be a fool.
That I was careless in the spinal tap. That his brother's Negro baiting got me down.
I don't want to ever hear you say anything like that again. You're a capable doctor. You were the doctor in charge. You did what you thought right, and there's an end to it.
Dr. Wharton.
Uh-oh. But don't you need to sleep?
No, I like to walk. And I like the way you walk. And Paris is a city to walk in.
It's a beautiful city.
Yeah, it takes more than 2 weeks to see it, though. Can't you stretch your time a little?
No, I have to go back to school.
You go to school?
I'll start teaching next term. What's that?
Notre Dame.
You didn't even look.
Well, I didn't think they'd moved it.
I guess you pointed it out to lots of girls from here.
1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 3.
Well, it's lovely.
So are you. And I've never said that to any of them before. Well, not more than one of them. Not more than one on this bridge. You know, if I had a teacher like you when I went to school, boy, yeah, I would have learned something.
I think you've learned enough.
Not in school.
You said something about buying me some onion soup.
It won't run away.
No, but I might.
You might. Run from here, the garden spot of the Western world. You might run. Look at it.
Man, I ask a lot of questions, don't I?
Yeah.
And you don't answer them, do you?
No.
Well, I'll keep asking. You know why? I'll tell you. You'd think I was a guy just trying to make a living, wouldn't you? Well, it ain't so. Actually, I'm a rich millionaire doing this for kicks. I mean, really, I own from 23rd Street all the way down the canal. I just do this to spy on a help. You see, last year, I only made $4 billion profit, and I got this gimmick figure to pay me $6 billion. So I gotta find out who's stealing from me, you know what I mean? Hey, you can't laugh, can't you?
$6 billion bucks. That's funny.
Isn't that something for you? I tell you, boy, funniest thing. Now, you take that, Charlie. You gotta laugh. With a guy like him, you gotta laugh at him or beat his brains in.
Why?
Because that's the lowest form of animal life.
Yeah, maybe.
No maybes. The thing is, a man's gotta make a choice. You know, I mean, there are the men, and then there are the lower forms. And a guy's gotta make a choice. You go with the men and you're 10 feet tall. You go with the lower forms and you are down in the slime.
Well, what happens if you don't want to go with anybody?
Then you are alone, man, and that's the worst. Hey, this is getting morbid, huh? Let me buy you a piece of pie, come on.
No.
No, I insist. You may not know it, Daddy-O, but you were the last of the big spenders.
No, I can buy my own pie.
Huckleberry or apple. Now, come on, huh? Okay. So I touched you, and I touched you good. All right, I owe you. But you owe people. You owe a lot of people in my neighborhood. So in a matter of touching other people's money, we're even. Right. Right.
Can I have him now, boss?
No. Now, I want to walk out of here owing you nothing. Equal.
So why don't you count the money? I want to talk a deal. You listen to me. You say you don't want to tell me how to live my life. So what do you think you've been doing? You tell me what rights I've got or haven't got and what I owe to you for what you've done for me? Let me tell you something. I owe you nothing. If you carried that bag 1,000,000 miles, you did what you were supposed to do. Because you brought me into this world. And from that day, you owed me everything you could ever do for me, like I will owe my son if I ever have another. But you don't own me. You can't tell me when or where I'm out of line, or try to get me to live my life according to your rules. You don't even know what I am, Dad. You don't know who I am. You don't know how I feel, what I think. And if I try to explain it the rest of your life, you will never understand. You are 30 years older than I am. You and your whole lousy generation believes the way it was for you is the way it's got to be. And not until your whole generation has lain down and died will the dead weight of you be off our backs. You understand? You've got to get off my back. No deal.
You got no choice, Stanton. She's got 30 seconds left.
Who's your best sharpshooter?
I am.
Good. You're gonna have to nail this guy before he gets to that Mercedes. Mr. Knox, you've got one choice, and one choice only. That is to guide me into those mountains. You're not a vigilante. You will be acting under my authority, under my orders. Questions so far? Good. And I don't give a rat's ass whether you like it or not. You try going after this guy alone, and your ass will be in jail so fast your head will spin. Is any of this getting through to you, Mr. Knox? And those who ain't lazy are dumb. Here you are in the Benjamin Banneker Community Improvement Center, and you can't even spell it. Or tell me who Benjamin Banneker was.
You don't pay the rent.
Because you don't know nothing. And you don't want to know nothing. You wear your ignorance like a badge of honor and you call that being cool. Well, that's called masturbation. That's right. It may make you feel good, but it does not produce life. It is time you all start pulling your own weight. It is time you start being responsible for your own existence. It is time you had a say in how you live or how you die, instead of doing everything in your power to fail because it's easier.
Hey, Darrell, lighten up.
Now listen, for reasons of my own, I got a stake in you all doing something, and you all not failing. So I am going to keep these size 12 up your behinds.
Hey, Darrell, that's cold.
Life is cold.
And what you get out of being so good, Sugar Daddy?
I got a soft heart, sweetie baby.
What you gonna do?
I want my woman free. I've only got half the money. I'll find the rest someplace, but I'm not gonna walk in there and give him his money and my life without some kind of a chance. I'm not gonna walk in there naked. Now you have got to get me an edge. Burke, you owe me for my woman.
What are you asking me?
Look, Bruno has got to have some kind of a weak link. Now you're a cop.
Was a cop.
But you still know how to get to things. Hey, if I'm going down, Bruno is going down. Oh, yeah. Look, mister, you may be some hot shit guy back on your turf, but you're in my territory now, so sit back and enjoy the ride.
Is in your wallet that was stolen at Zenobia's? Does Sarah know? She mad, ain't she?
Huh?
Well, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna find that wallet, Wardell.
How?
By any means necessary. And I want you to help me, young man.
Well, I'm your man, homeboy. Well, what's your first step?
I ain't sure.
But we gotta find those robbers. We can't go to the police.
Because we don't know if we can trust them if they know what's in the wallet. And if we don't tell them what's in the wallet, they ain't gonna waste no time looking for no lost wallet with nothing in it. So I figure we gonna have to get out in the street and kind of keep our ears and eyes open until we pick up on some clues.
Well, we can't get out there ourselves.
For that kind of money? The hell we can.
Yeah. Now, you understand what I'm talking about? See, that's the only way to do it. That's the American way. You understand that? Now, the dude said that Big Percy, Little Seymour's bodyguard, ain't here, so let's go get Little Seymour. You understand? Go ahead.
Let's get it.
Go ahead.
Now listen here, y'all. I'm looking for a corny little runt named Seymour Pettigrew. I know you're in here, Seymour, so come on out. I hear you so ugly till the sun refuses to shine every time you come out. You so ugly till it's against the law in 20 states to marry you.
Yeah, that's it, Steve. You cooking. You just keep on talking. He's in here somewhere. And just remember, I got your back. And Dig, say something about his mama.
Got you.
Let me get him.
She left me.
Why?
Get out of my life. Why do you keep asking questions about her? It's none of your damn business. Understand? Look. The relationship is, I teach, and you learn. We may discuss history, but not my history. Understand?
Yes.
Have I made myself clear? Have I made myself clear?
You should have told me.
What? That learning would complicate your life? That it would change your life? You knew that's what you wanted. That's why you pursued me. That's why you made me change my life. I swore I'd never teach again. I was finished. No more bureaucracy. No more banging my head against the stone wall. No more chasing down students because of a paper they wrote on Paul Robeson. Nicole, your paper was excellent. I want you to take the GED.
The GED?
Yes. You could get a diploma. You could go to college. You could do anything. Nicole, I don't want to lose you. I mean,
You gonna help me?
No. You are going
Gonna
to
help
help
myself.
yourself.
I know. God, you never change, do you?
No.
The first solo above the title African-American movie star. He was unique.
Sidney Poitier.
I arrived in Hollywood at the age of 22 in a time different than today's. A time in which the odds against my standing here tonight, 53 years later, would not have fallen in my favor. Back then, no route had been established for where I was hoping to go. No pathway left in evidence for me to trace. No custom for me to follow. Yet here I am this evening at the end of a journey that in 1949 would have been considered almost impossible, and in fact might never have been set in motion Were there not an untold number of courageous, unselfish choices made by a handful of visionary American filmmakers, directors, writers, and producers, each with a strong sense of citizenship responsibility to the times in which they lived, each unafraid to permit their art to reflect their views and values, ethical and moral, and moreover acknowledge them as their own. They knew the odds that stood against them, and their efforts were overwhelming and likely could have proven too high to overcome. Still, those filmmakers persevered, speaking through their art to the best in all of us, and I benefited from their effort. The industry benefited from their effort. America benefited from their effort. And in ways large and small, the world has also benefited from their effort. Therefore, with respect, I share this great honor with the late Joe Mankiewicz, the late Richard Brooks, the late Ralph Nelson, the late Darryl Zanuck, the late Stanley Kramer, the Mirisch brothers, especially Walter, whose friendship lies at the very heart of this moment. Guy Green, Norman Jewison, and all others who have had a hand in altering the odds for me and for others. Without them, this most memorable moment would not have come to pass, and the many excellent young actors who have followed in admirable fashion might not have come as they have to enrich the tradition of American filmmaking as they have. I accept this award in memory of all the African American actors and actresses who went before me in the difficult years, on whose shoulders I was privileged to stand to see where I might go. My love, and my thanks to my wonderful, wonderful wife, my children, my grandchildren, my agent and friend, Martin Baum, and finally to those audience members around the world who have placed their trust in my judgment as an actor and filmmaker. I thank each of you for your support through the years. Thank you.